Welcome to the X Project Podcast. This is a podcast of the X Project Substack. To subscribe, please go to thexproject.substack.com. The Price of Time, the Real Story of Interest. A summary of the book written by Edward Chancellor, 2022. Article number 32. Published February 7th, 2024. In this article, the X Project will answer these questions. Why this book and what's it about? Who is the author? How popular is the book? What is one of the top takeaways from the book? What is another top takeaway? What is a third top takeaway? What is a fourth top takeaway? What is a fifth top takeaway? What does the X Project guy have to say? And, as always, why should you care? Section 1. Why this book and what's it about? In an era where financial literacy is more crucial than ever, Edward Chancellor's The Price of Time, the Real Story of Interest emerges as a beacon of enlightenment. With his characteristic wit and profound insight, Chancellor embarks on a journey through time to unravel the complexities of interest rates. This subject affects us all, yet remains shrouded in mystery for many. This book isn't just a historical account, it's a thrilling exploration of how the cost of borrowing money has shaped civilizations, fueled empires, and orchestrated the rise and fall of economies. Why this book and what's it about? At its core, The Price of Time serves as a magnifying glass, bringing into focus the intricate dance between interest rates and the fabric of society. Chancellor takes us on a fascinating ride from the ancient origins of interest, considered a sin in some cultures, to the present-day complexities of central banking systems and negative interest rates. Through engaging anecdotes and rigorous analysis, he demonstrates how the manipulation of interest rates has been a double-edged sword, fostering growth and innovation while leading to bubbles, crashes, and crises. This book is more than just a tale of economics. It's a story about human ambition, greed, innovation, and resilience. Chancellor masterfully connects historical events with contemporary issues, making it evident that the lessons from the past are not just historical footnotes, but vital insights for navigating today's economic challenges. It's a must-read for anyone looking to understand the forces that drive financial markets and shape our world. Section 2. Who is the author? According to Wikipedia, John Edward Horner Chancellor, born December 1962, is a British financial historian, finance journalist, and former hedge fund investment strategist, and a former investment banker. In 2016, the Financial Analyst Journal called him, quote, one of the great financial writers of our era, end quote. And in 2022, Fortune called him, quote, one of the greatest financial historians alive, end quote. Chancellor is noted for his prescient warnings of the last three major economic bubbles in his published works, Devil Take the Hindmost, A History of Financial Speculation, published 1999 during the dot-com bubble, Crunch Time for Credit, published in 2005 during the credit bubble, and now The Price of Time, the Real Story of Interest, published in 2022 during the Everything bubble. He graduated from Trinity College, Cambridge, with first-class honors in modern history, and later from St. Antony's College, Oxford, with a Master's of Philosophy in Modern History. After graduation, Chancellor worked for the investment bank Lazard Brothers in mergers and acquisitions from the early 1990s. And from 2008 to 2014, he was a senior member of the asset allocation team and of the capital markets research team at the Boston investment firm Grantham, Mayo, Van Otterloo and Company, otherwise known as GMO. Section 3. How popular is the book? Here are the book's rankings on Amazon. Number 2 in economic inflation, number 24 in economic history for audiobooks, and number 63 in economic history for regular books. Customer reviews, 4.6 out of 5 with 215 ratings. Section 4. What is one of the top takeaways from the book? The historical context of interest rates and the relationship with society. Providing a sweeping historical narrative, Chancellor shows how societies have grappled with the concept of interest from ancient times to the present. He traces the moral and economic debates surrounding interest, from the prohibitions in early religious texts to the development of modern financial systems. The evolution of interest rates, according to Chancellor, reflects broader changes in societal norms, economic understanding, and technological advancements. For instance, the move from condemning usury to accepting interest as a necessary component of economic growth marks a significant shift in how societies value time and money. This historical context enriches our understanding of current debates about debt, growth, and financial stability, showing that while the context may change, the fundamental issues remain. Chancellor's analysis extends beyond the economic implications of interest rates to explore their societal impacts. He posits that interest rates influence not just markets and economies, but also individual behaviors, social structures, and cultural norms. For example, low interest rates can and do encourage a culture of debt and consumption, shifting values away from saving and towards immediate gratification. This shift has profound implications for societal resilience, individual financial security, and intergenerational equity. Chancellor's reasoning highlights the interconnectedness of economic policies and societal well-being, urging a holistic view of interest rates as a force that shapes our collective and individual lives. Section 5. What is another top takeaway? Inequality on steroids. Low rates exacerbate wealth inequality in several ways. They incentivize asset ownership over productive labor, inflating stock and real estate prices while returns on savings and wages stagnate. This creates a wealth gap that widens over time, concentrating riches in the hands of a few while many struggle to keep up. Additionally, low rates encourage debt-fueled consumption, disproportionately benefiting the wealthy who can access credit more easily. This creates a vicious cycle where the rich get richer through appreciating assets and leverage, while the less fortunate fall further behind, their wages failing to keep pace with rising costs fueled by inflated asset prices. Section 6. What is the third top takeaway? Zombies and the Illusion of Prosperity. Have you ever heard of companies kept afloat by cheap debt rather than genuine profitability? Chancellor calls these zombie companies. Low interest rates make it easier for them to service their debts, delaying inevitable restructuring or bankruptcies. This might seem harmless, but it has serious consequences. Zombies crowd out more productive ventures from accessing capital, hindering innovation and efficient resource allocation. Additionally, they create a false sense of economic prosperity, masking underlying weaknesses and postponing necessary adjustments. When the inevitable correction comes, the pain is amplified as the true extent of the rot is revealed. Section 7. What is the fourth top takeaway? Bubbles brew in the shadow of low interest rates. Chancellor delves into the nuanced effects of sustained low interest rates initiated by central banks to stimulate economic growth. While these rates can indeed encourage borrowing and investment, leading to economic expansion, Chancellor points out the darker side, asset bubbles. Low rates make it cheap to borrow, often leading to speculation in housing, stocks, and other assets, inflating their prices beyond sustainable levels. Imagine pouring gasoline on a fire. That's essentially what low rates do to asset prices. Investors, starved for yield, chase higher returns, pushing valuations beyond sustainable levels. This irrational exuberance fuels bubbles in everything from tech stocks to cryptocurrencies. History is littered with cautionary tales: the dot-com crash, the housing market meltdown, each a stark reminder of the dangers of inflating asset prices with cheap money. When these bubbles burst, the consequences are widespread, wiping out wealth, eroding confidence, and triggering economic downturns. Section 8. What is the fifth top takeaway? The looming debt trap. Governments and corporations alike have been seduced by the siren song of low rates, accumulating massive debts. This mountain of obligations hangs over our heads, posing a significant threat to future generations. Rising interest rates could make servicing these debts incredibly difficult, forcing governments to choose between austerity measures and default, both with painful consequences. High debt levels also limit future governments' flexibility to respond to crises or invest in essential areas like infrastructure and education. Chancellor argues that we're essentially mortgaging the future for a temporary boost in the present, and the reckoning for this irresponsible borrowing is just around the corner. Section 9. What does the X Project Guy have to say? First, I want to thank all subscribers, mostly free and some paid, who have signed up thus far. Gaining additional subscribers every day at this point is a strong vote of confidence that continues to propel the X Project forward. Substack tells me that nearly 2/3 of you have a 4-star or 5-star activity rating, meaning you are consistently engaging with my content, which is absolutely great. Please hit the heart icon, indicating that you like the article. The more likes I get, the more Substack will promote my content within the Substack community. And if you don't like my content or have any suggestions, please email me at thexprojectguy@gmail.com. Second, this fascinating and immensely enjoyable book to read is another that suggests while history does not exactly repeat, it does convince the reader that there are predictable cycles that lead to predictable outcomes that rhyme across history. The X Project covered each of these books. The Fourth Turning, An American Prophecy, written by Neil Howe and William Strauss, 1996, in article number 3, published November 3rd, 2023. This Time is Different, 8 Centuries of Financial Folly, written by Carmen Reinhart and Ken Rogoff, 2009, in article number 5, published November 18th, 2023. Principles for Dealing with the Changing World Order, Why Nations Succeed and Fail, written by Ray Dalio in 2021, covered in article 24, published January 11th, 2024. The X Project will also be covering these last 3 books out of the original influential list of 20 books as well. End Times, Elites, Counter-Elites, in the Path of Political Disintegration by Peter Turchin, published 2023, covered in article number 34, scheduled on February 14th, 2024. The Fourth Turning is here. What the seasons of history tell us about how and when this crisis will end, by Neil Howe, 2023, in article number 36, scheduled for February 21st, 2024. And Broken Money, Why Our Financial System is Failing Us and How We Can Make It Better, by Lynn Alden, published 2023, covered in article number 38, scheduled for February 28th, 2024. All of these books look at history from a different perspective and all arrive at a similar conclusion, which is that we are on the cusp of a cyclical inflection point and that we can expect certain outcomes based on the rhymes of history. In the next section, I'm going to share why you should care and, more importantly, what you can do about it. However, the X Project now requires you to be a paid subscriber to view the final section. In a few articles, the paywall will move up within the article so that only paid subscribers will see the last 2 sections, or rather, free subscribers will only see the first 8 sections. I will be moving the paywall up every few weeks, so ultimately, free subscribers will only see the first 4 or 5 sections of each article. Please consider a paid subscription. All paid subscriptions come with a free 14-day trial, and you can cancel at any time. Every month, for the cost of just 2 cups of coffee, the X Project will deliver 2 articles per week, helping you know in 1 to 2 hours of your time per month what you need to know about our changing world at the intersection of commodities, demographics, economics, energy, geopolitics, government debt and deficits, interest rates, markets, and money. You can also earn free paid subscription months by simply referring your friends. If your referrals sign up for a free subscription, you get 1 month of free paid subscription for 1 referral, 6 months of free paid subscription for 3 referrals, and 12 months of free paid subscription for 5 referrals. So please, refer your friends. Thank you. This concludes the X Project's podcast number 32. Please subscribe to the X Project's Substack at thexproject.substack.com.